What is up, everybody? Can y'all hear me? I didn't even think to test this. Testing. Who's here on the live? Drop some comments in the chat. Happy Friday, you guys. I love Fridays. Oh, we got Martha in here. We got Sean. You two always showing up. Scott. What's up, Scott? How's everybody doing today? Who's coming to our underwriting Zoom today? Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. I wasn't sure. Sometimes I don't connect it correctly, so I'm glad that you're able to hear me. Who else we got in here? I just ate a chocolate chip pancake and it was delicious. I love pancakes. What's up, Adrian? Letting some more people hop in. I'm still waiting on the team. I'm not. I feel like I'm the only one that shows up early. At work. Dang, Martha, you're at work and you're still making it on. That's dedication. Heck yeah. Well, I feel like we have so much going on and so much to share, and I'm like super excited. I'm almost 37 weeks now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these things I need to do before this baby gets here, and it's kind of stressing me out. But I mean, it's a good way to put a fire under your butt to get stuff done instead of waiting and waiting and waiting. So like one of those things that I'm working on right now is what is it called? I'm getting a CRM / project management system, integration, automation, all of the above built out for us, which I'm super excited about. It's been needing to be done for quite some time, but like we always are so busy that we're like, okay, yeah, we'll get to it, right? And it's like at this point it's like it needs to be done, or like as we scale and get bigger, things are gonna hit the fan. Hold on. I hear myself because of Joseph. Let me fix that.
Why she gotta blame me? Hope you guys are doing amazing, having a great Freedom Friday like I am. Every Friday is a great Friday. I don't know what you were talking about.
I'm back. It's because our offices are next to each other. So he likes to have his computer blared as loud as possible, like 100%. And so then when we get on a Zoom together, all I hear is like me echoing, and it drives me up a wall.
I mean, I like to hear your voice, babe. What's wrong with that?
I'm like, you can't leave it at like 50%. Why is it got to be at 100 every time? Like you can hear it all over the house.
Hey, what's that thing you tell me? How you do one thing is how you do everything. So do you want me to do things at 50%, or do you want to always go?
Okay, whatever. You got me there.
Let's go. One for
Whatever.
Joseph.
I was telling them how I'm working on getting a CRM, like a sales CRM and a project management system put together, because with all our leads that we're working on, you need like a sales CRM. And I just learned this. I don't know why I didn't know this, but like that a project management system is different than a sales CRM system. And I was wanting a sales CRM a system to do everything that I needed to do, not realizing that I need both and then them to work together. Because like once we get to the due diligence process, it's like you can't keep track of all of that with just a task in the CRM. It's just not.
Well, you could, but it's not the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. And
Especially with
so
the diligence checklist where there's like 50, 60 things. You want 50, 60 tasks? Hell no, I don't. I don't even want two tasks.
I know. So this week we literally like spent hours writing down our SOPs, and it's something that like we've been putting off. And now it's like the baby's coming. Baby's kind of forcing us to level up because like we want to start delegating. We want to start having people come on and replace us and be part of the team. So that means, okay, I know what my job is. Joseph knows what his job is, but like, do we have this written down step by step? How are we going to train people if we don't have that? So I created this beautiful thing, literally step by step. I talked to this guy who is going to build it out for us, and he was like, dang, he's like, usually it takes me 2 weeks to get this info from people. And he's like, now, like, you already have it put together. Now I can just plug and play. So I was like, hey, that's good. I did something good. Um, so I'm excited for that. This person, um, he knows how to run a business and scale a business. So, and he understands the real estate side because you can easily just go hire anybody on Upwork. But I wanted somebody that like I could easily communicate with, that understood my vision, because like we've already done this with multiple CRMs, and we kind of like try to figure it out ourselves, and then we get busy and then it just sits on the back burner, and then like we're back to square one again. So I was like, okay, you get what you pay for. This is an investment that we need, and this is what's going to level us up and take a lot of stress away, because we have just so many extra steps in what we're doing that we don't need to have, that could be systemized if we would just take the time to do it. So I bit the bullet, or yeah, I think I said that right. And I spent a long time creating the SOPs and planning exactly what I wanted to look like. And this is what I wanted to do, like make this happen. I just wanted everything. Like, I want to be notified when this happens. I want this to happen, this to happen. Like, I don't want to have to think about it. I want all of this organized and systemized. And so they're like, I can make it happen. And I'm like, heck yeah, that's music to my ears. Because I think something that we've been having to learn is like, yeah, we could take the time to go learn how to do it ourselves, but our time is better spent elsewhere. Like, I'd rather hire somebody that knows knows it like the back of their hand and can get it done fast, rather than us trying to like sit here and figure it out and get frustrated. And then it's like, okay, well, I got other money making things to do, so I'm gonna put this off, and then it just never gets done. So um I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm like so excited. I'm super excited. And then we wrote up SOPs for Joseph and Ione, the underwriting process. And what kind of forced us to have to do that too is, for those of you who have been tuning into our Zooms, we are going to be hosting an exclusive paid Zoom in 2 weeks. This is going to be a deep underwriting Zoom. I'm really excited because so many people ask us, like, okay, the napkin underwriting looks good. What's next? Right? Like, what do I do now? And so, I think Joseph and Oscar and Ione spent like 2 to 3 hours already just writing down their SOPs and literally step by step, like, what are we going to include in this Zoom? And we've paid, I don't know how much money, and like the some of the stuff that we paid for and the value that we got, we immediately said we are not going to be those people. We learned really quickly, like, okay, like when someone invests in our program or whatever it is that we decide to do, we want them to be like, dang, like I got my money's worth. We don't want to be that person that is like drop $1,000 and it's like that's all I got, you know. um
Yeah,
so
essentially the idea behind it is we want ours to be so good that you do it and you're just mind blown. And at the same time, maybe you're like, you know what? I don't know how I felt about that one. I'm gonna go do a different one that's 20 grand, 25 grand. And we want you to walk away from that 20 to 25 grand class, mentorship, whatever it was, and be like, damn, I got so much more value out of the $1 million upsides Zoom than I did out of this, right? That's our goal. We want people to feel that way about ours. Even if they don't know it right away, we want them to go somewhere else and then realize, damn, we gave so much value. I think you're going to realize it right away, but for some of those that don't, we recommend you go and try them elsewhere and then see how it feels, right? You shouldn't always stop. You shouldn't stop with one group, one person. You should take everything you can from as many different resources as you can and compile all of that together and produce what you believe to be the best path for you, the best information for you and your business. You should always be growing, always.
So I'm creating slides for you visual learners. Like, we are literally, what are we going to do in this Zoom? We're going to like break down the T12, the rent roll, the OM. We're going to show you case studies of deals we've actually closed. So the first deal, we had literally no financials. I know I've had a lot of people reach out saying there's no financials. Well, we closed the deal with no financials. So we're going to do a case study showing you like, this was the underwriting, this is what we did, this is how we did it, alongside with the other deal that we closed. We're also going to do live underwriting of deals that actually, like, this T12 is like the perfect tweet. This T12 is the perfect T12, showing you what a good one looks like, what to look for, things like that. What else was, Ione is literally building out an analyzer to give out. You're going to get the KJ napkin analyzer too. And I feel like I'm missing.
She's building a one pager, so it's not so like the analyzers that some of y'all have probably seen, like the Michael Blank. There's like 10 different sheets on that Excel. So there's like 10 different ones. So she's building out one that is a one pager that's easy and simple to use. It's not the one that, if you've been watching for a while, it's not the one that we've been talking about that has like all the creative financing and the one that we're trying to build for ourselves. It's not that one, but it is one that is really simple to start with, and it's simple to digest and understand, and it's a good starting point for you. So we're including that in the class as well. And I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm going to be doing the underwriting on, so y'all can see how to use it. But I'm also going to use the other one, or at least that's my plan. I have to confirm that part about using both, but we're definitely doing the one she's creating for sure.
But we're going to do this on a Saturday. That way, I know, because we always do our Zoom on Friday, and a lot of people have to work where they can't like actually pay attention or hop in. So we're going to do it on Saturday, the 21st. I'm praying that the baby doesn't come yet. That's in 2 weeks. Supposedly I can get induced at 39 weeks, and that's on the 24th. So a few days after. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, I already started on the slides. It's going to take me a few hours to get them done. But our team is pouring our heart out in doing this. We really want to provide value. But we are working on building out a system for people who want to join on our team. And I think those who come to this Zoom will really set themselves apart, just because if you're really serious and you're willing to invest in yourself and come learn from us and recognize the value that we give, that tells me that like you're serious. Because we do have a system in place that we're going to allow you guys to, kind of choose your path as to like, okay, I like talking to brokers, doing outreach, or I want to do underwriting and things like that. So I'm excited for that. There's going to be lots of opportunities coming up to learn and work with us. But we don't want to waste our time on people who are just trying to take, and um, also not take action. Like, we want people who want to invest in themselves, who want to take action, who you know, want to grow and learn. Everything that we're giving, we spend stupid money on. But I mean, you know, everything happens for a reason, and we wouldn't be where we are had we not taken that action. But I don't think people realize the amount of information we're giving for free, like what that cost us to get. So I wish that we had people like us doing what we're doing right now to help us, because we may not have needed to pay that money. But um, I'm excited. I'm excited. So Joseph created a link, a website for you guys to sign up on, but he is going to test it. He created it last night. So after this, we're going to test it to make sure it works before we just give it out to you guys. So if you come to the underwriting Zoom, the deal or no deal today at noon, then we'll have it ready for you guys. So we'll share the link and you can sign up that way. We only have 100 spots, probably actually like 98 if Joseph and Oscar are on the Zoom. Only because we can't figure out how to upgrade our Zoom. So there's only 100 spots to sign up. So it's going to be first come, first serve. Whoever signs up first will get to be in on that Zoom. So if you're not serious about taking action, then please leave those spots open for people that will be. But this week has been exciting. We are getting things organized, systemized, put together. I know we've been talking about the underwriting Zoom for the long time, and now we officially set a date on the 21st of this month. That gives you time to plan for it. It's on a Saturday at 2 p.m. That way everybody can make it. Getting our CRM set up. Super excited about that. Jose, I will be posting the link in the Zoom today. So I'm not going to be like broadcasting it everywhere. I'm just going to say, hey, here's an opportunity. Those who are serious can reach out to me rather than just posting it everywhere, because there's only 100 spots available. So I just got to wait for Joseph to test it. He made it last night, so I just want to make sure it works. Let's see what else. We are about to go under contract on a deal here in Houston, which is exciting. We've been going back and forth with our attorneys to make sure the paperwork's done correctly. So we're about to get another deal under contract and start that process. And then we've got a ton of LOIs out on deals that we are pretty close on, but these brokers just don't want to work. These brokers are taking their time or being lazy. So we're really just waiting on them to give us feedback. So it's just constantly following up of like, what is their feedback? When are we going to get an answer? And so it's a little frustrating, but it makes you appreciate the brokers that do work hard. So I'm sure we can give more details about the deal that we're going under contract on after we close. But it'll be a good learning experience because we're going to be doing a loan assumption. And that's a first for us. So I saw some people in the Facebook group say they wanted to learn the technicality, I think, of a loan assumption. And I don't know that yet. So we're learning it. Eventually, we will come on here and share what we learned. But our first two deals were seller finance. So this is a first for us, but it's exciting. I mean, this is opportunity for us to learn something new. So then the next time around, we know what we're doing. So I love that. I'm excited. It'll be cool. Joseph, what else?
I'm sorry, I was dealing with the dogs. I don't know.
Look what Jaden said. I love this. He said, I paid thousands of dollars to learn the things they are teaching for free. Don't miss out on this gold stream. I appreciate that. Honestly, I love giving. That's why we come on here. I want to see every single one of you guys win. I want to do a deal with every single one of y'all. Like, F the government is all I'm going to say. And we're not going to let them bring us
Hey, hey, hey,
down.
we're gonna get shut down now. We're gonna get shut down now.
uh,
Watch out, guys.
I'll say it one more time. Hope they hear me.
Wait,
Um,
real quick. You were shouting out Jaden. I want to shout out Jaden too because Jaden and his partner Jason, they brought me a deal that I was helping them work on, and we had been back and forth on it a couple times. More so, it took a little while because it took me forever to actually get to it. But the deal looked good. We were able to. It's a deal out in Oklahoma, portfolio deal, and we got on the phone with the seller and had a couple conversations, but unfortunately she wasn't ready to make the move. She decided that the price was not where she wanted it to be, and it's a little bit heartbreaking, but the reason I'm sharing it is because Jaden and Jason took action. They made something happen. Everything that I asked them to do, they did it, and we were able to get to the point of sending an LOI. We still submitted our LOI, so she has it. And the thing is, we're gonna keep following up with her, right? It hasn't. I mean, I don't know actually how long it's been, but just because they say no now doesn't mean in 3 or 4 months it's still gonna be a no, right? They wanted to sell and they're going to have to sell at some point, or they just hang on to it, right? Which is fine. If they want to hang on to it, hang on to it. But I wanted to shout them out because they're out there taking action and that deserves some recognition. And the other part of that is not every single deal that you underwrite, they're going to accept on. You're going to send so many LOIs before you get someone to actually say yes. I think we're at 50 LOIs to get one contract. I think that's where we're at. That's a lot.
maybe. Could
So,
be.
and that's LOIs, right? So we underwrite way more than that to actually get someone to say yes. So let me put that in perspective. Like that, for those of y'all that think, oh man, I'm just gonna go find one deal and that deal I'm gonna underwrite it and it's freaking a baller deal. I'm just gonna submit it at that price and they're gonna say yes. Well, it's not like that. I want people to really see like what the process is there's a lot of no's that you have to go through. It's just like any other sales process. It's all a numbers game. The more you do, the more you can put out there. I mean, we have so many LOIs out right now that we're waiting to hear back on, and we keep following up with them. And that's the name of the game. So I wanted to shout them out, but also point that out. So all right, go
Yeah.
ahead. I know you were taking it somewhere awesome.
No, I mean, my point was like, I went to school to be a teacher, and I literally have a degree that I don't use. And I feel like the system just sets you up to be a worker bee. They don't set you up, they don't teach you how to live life and actually make money. They teach you how to be a worker. And I'm so thankful to God that He brought us into this atmosphere with you guys, and like, just be thankful, you guys, that like you are self-aware and that you are in this industry, because I think Oscar said this morning, like, Amazon fired tons of people, and some other company fired tons of people, and we're like, wow, like, thankfully we know how to self-sustain and work for ourselves, and we're not depending on someone else for a paycheck. And it's frustrating because you grow up and this is what you're taught, this is all you know, and then you get older and you're like, wait a minute, like, why did we not learn how to pay our taxes? Why did we not learn how to invest our money into things to make us money? Like, why did I have to go? I paid more than I did for my degree. I think my degree was like over 30K. I paid more than that investing in myself to learn this real estate stuff, and it's paid back 10 times. And I'm like, how long would it have taken me to pay off that degree to be a teacher? I'd be struggling. I think teachers need to be paid way more. That job is so hard and they do so much for students. And, anyways, um, that is what motivates me to want to come on here and share and teach, because I do love teaching, which is why I like to make um, these slides for you guys. And that's why we want to do these Zooms and give back to you guys. And I want all of you to grow and win. Like, we want to create wealth for everybody. I want all of us to be so rich we could literally go against the government and be like, you're not going to take all our money, you're not going to come and do this crap to us, you're not going to sit here and like big dog us, because you don't get me started. But
This might be our last live, guys. We're gonna get shut down after this
you
one.
know what,
Before
F
Kid gets
them,
in.
they can do. All I gotta say is, y'all know what I'm thinking anyways. But I could be preaching on this for a while, but I'm just thankful. And like, that's what motivates us to want to help you guys. We want to do deals with you guys. But you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? So that's why, like, we're providing these opportunities, and you still have to realize your value and your worth and invest in yourself. I mean, we can only share so much, but like, you can take and do whatever, but if you're not taking action, then I mean, I can't do anything else for you. But I would say she's
Let's
a true
go.
Texan. Yeah, I am. Joseph says sometimes my country accent comes out, but I'm half Hispanic too, so you hear both sometimes. Um, I guess that's where the attitude comes from. um, but yeah, so we appreciate all of you who continue to follow us and get on here with us. And I hope that you guys get value from everything that we're doing, and that we're sharing our journey along the way as we learn, as we make mistakes. And those who really want to dig deep and learn how to deep underwrite, I'm excited. Joseph and Ione, like, they paid a lot of money to know what they know, and the amount of deals that they underwrite with the practice that they have. I need to be on there too, honestly, to learn, because I tune out half the time. I don't like underwriting, but
Oh, here we should have put this in the what you get section. But Ione is actually gonna be on that Zoom too. I don't know that she'll be
is she?
taking a speaker. I mean, I asked her and she said, "Yeah, I'll be there." She said, "I'll basically be like overall support, just add a couple things here and there." So she will be on that Zoom. It's very rare that Ione joins a live or a Zoom. Like, she is just elusive. She doesn't like to be on the camera, which I'm totally okay with because she crushes it behind the scenes. So
She's
I'm totally
amazing.
fine with that. So, but yeah, she is going to be in this Zoom. Maybe not a forerunner, but she will be there, and you'll be able to ask her questions.
She's
I
gonna
mean,
make sure you're doing it right.
so definitely not one you guys want to miss. I don't know if you told them the date of it yet.
The 21st. So it's in like 2 weeks.
At what
2 weeks
time?
from tomorrow at 2 p.m.
In what time zone?
Central. Texan time.
Texas time. The only time that matters.
um yeah, we'll share the link for that in the next Zoom at 12 p.m. So those who come to the Deal or No Deal, or you can reach out to me personally at KJ Mudd on Instagram, and I can send you the link. I just need Joseph to test it, so we don't have it to send to you right now. But
Yeah, whenever we get off of here, I'm gonna test it. We didn't want to put it out and then it doesn't work and we get a bunch of upset messages that it's not working. So we wanted I made this last night, guys, and I was tired and half asleep. So I'm not 100% positive it's perfect. So I just wanted to go over it again before we submit it out. And yes, the Zoom for today is at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So in an hour and a half.
what else did we do today or this week?
We interviewed and potentially finalized a property management company for that Houston property. So we did that before we got under contract.
I
We went,
was just about to say that. This is what we're doing. This is the pre-due diligence.
yeah. So before we enter our due diligence, we like to have our attorney draft and review the contract with us. And we want to have a property management company that we want to move forward with because we want them to be as involved in the due diligence process as much as possible because they're going to be the ones that are actually running the property. All you're doing is seeing the numbers and telling them what to do if they need to do something. So it's very important that you find a property management company that you like, trust, and feel comfortable with, and find a backup company as well. So that's actually what we're trying to do is also find the backup company because they are taking a little bit longer than I would like to respond or get back to us. So that's a little alarming for us. I mean, she freaking crushed it as far as everything else. Like I want I want her to respond because I want to work with this lady. Like she was A1 for sure. But I can't get my emotions involved in it. This is a business and if they're not responding, they got to go. They got to go. Move on to the next one. So what I have planned today is to look for a backup. And at the same time, we need to go find rent comps. So, I mean, our property management company, they said they're going to do that as well, but we want to find that as well. We want to have that prepared, not just rely on them to do it. This is our deal, right? We need to make sure that we're taking care of it. They're not the owners, they're just getting paid. So they don't necessarily care what happens as long as they get paid, right? That's most property management companies. So keep that in mind as well. So for us, we're the owners, we're responsible. We need to make sure that it's set up correctly and has everything they need for success. So we're going to make sure that our pro forma numbers are 100% accurate. Yeah, Jose says compare the numbers. That's exactly what we're going to do. Like we got a preliminary from the broker. This is what they said it was. Okay. We did a quick little search. Okay. It looks accurate. Now we're going to go call all these places, act like a tenant, find out what they're charging. That's what we're going to do and compare it to what they have and get pictures and compare it to what we're going to do to the property. So there's a lot of work that goes into every little detail. And you find out more and more every single day that you do it. They're like, oh man, we didn't have to do this on the last one, but now we got to do it. And that just keeps happening. Why you should move to Texas. It's a great name. What is the ratio for the property you guys underwrite to LOIs? I would say maybe like 30% of the properties we underwrite actually go to LOI stage. That's
Yeah, we
ballpark.
underwrite a lot.
Yeah, I don't have that KPI. That's why we're building the CRM because we need to have that KPI. But ballparking, I think because we try to submit as many LOIs as we can. We're going to submit at offers that make sense. But sometimes the deal just aren't good deals or just don't make sense. Or the price that they make sense at is like 50% of the price they're asking for. So we just know that they're way overpriced. So
Scott said, buy the property management company. That would be in goal. I think that would be awesome to have. That way, you can control it. But for now, we're still small fish. That'll be a good thing later down the road, though. What else did we do?
I think that's it. I mean, bunch of meetings, some single family stuff, but y'all aren't here to listen about that. Most of our day consists of a lot of meeting with different people, whether that's the property management people, the attorneys, different investors. What else?
I like our new attorney.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I haven't met him, but he sounds
yeah,
good.
he reminds me of our broker. He sat down with us and like broke down the changes or thoughts that he had in the contract because To me, contracts are intimidating, and especially in multifamily when you don't know exactly what you're looking for or what it should or shouldn't say. So I appreciated that he sat down with us and like I was able to ask questions and not only get the work done from him, but also learn from him. It's like we're paying you anyway, so it's like let me pick your brain. Like I want to slowly learn from this. That way, later down the road, I can come in with confidence when looking at contracts. I want to be. I want to know enough to be dangerous. So I thought that was really cool that he did that, and he just works a lot better than the previous attorney that we worked with. So um, you just learn as you go. It's exciting, and we're constantly learning. I think every day we learn something new.
Every
So
single day.
if you're not doing that, you're not taking action. So
Ooh, there's a good question in the chat. Well, there's three good ones, and this isn't necessarily the Q&A session, but I think we should just answer them because that's I think a good one. We'll answer Michelle's last because that one's gonna make the most sense. So, is our attorney Nick? No, our attorney is not named Nick.
but I like him. I think they're talking about Vina Jetty's attorney.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Okay, the other, why did you guys fire your last attorney? We didn't fire our attorney, but you want to get a new attorney for each state that you're doing a property in. Our last attorney was in Tennessee, not in Texas. Now we have a Texas deal, so we need a Texas attorney because laws are different. So we didn't fire him, but
We're not going to use him again.
yeah, I'll leave it at that. And then Michelle's question, this is what I was talking about. How are you vetting the attorneys? I think that's the perfect question for my man Rico Suave to answer. How are we vetting these attorneys?
I mean, did we do that last week or this week? I don't remember.
Like 2 weeks ago.
That's a good question. So to tell you the truth, we did a lot of interviews with a lot of different types of people during our due diligence, or even pre due diligence, because we're not even in due diligence yet in one of the deals that we're working on. But I think just because based on our experience on what we've done before, it's easier to pick and choose what type of people we're wanting on our team now, what we look for, and how they present themselves, and the timely manners that they respond is big for us. Very, very big. If we have someone who's on top of things that just replies back ASAP or within a timely manner, then that's what we want to do. We want to go with those people who are hungry, who want to do business with us just as much as we want to do business with them, but also they have the same type of work ethic. Hey Jaden, what's up, bro? But yeah, that's kind of what we look for. Like, to give you an example, we had sent the attorney some documents to review. And me and the team were not expecting for the attorney to answer that same day, but they answered that same day. And so for us, yeah, that for us was like valuable because speed of the name of the game is speed in multifamily, especially during your due diligence period, because you are on a time clock. Like, it's a ticking time bomb, right? You have a certain amount of days that every day is important. So if you don't have someone on your team that doesn't understand that during your due diligence, time is of the essence, then they're probably not going to be a good fit because you're going to be waiting on them for a long time. And the truth of the matter is, most of the people that you deal with, whether it be your third party reports like either surveys or appraisals or attorneys or whatever it may be, property management companies, you still have to stay on top of it. You cannot assume that they are going to be the ones that are just going to take charge. You, as the operator during your due diligence, have to stay on top of everybody on the team. So it's consistent follow-ups and consistent meetings with them during this process to make sure that everything is handled. You don't want to go the week or two before closing or your due diligence and assume that someone was going to talk to the title company or like your attorney or the property management company, and no one knows what the heck is going on. Now you're like scrambling to get this done. You may have to ask for more time. That's the least thing you want to do. You want to stay on top of everything. So to answer your original question, I went on a tangent there, but it's how we vet those people. it's how they present themselves, how they work with us, and what we ask as well, because we have a bunch of questions we ask, and we like to see that. So it was a no-brainer once we saw that one. It was like a match made in heaven. We're like, yes, we want that person. We want them on the team. Let's continue doing business with them.
Yeah, Oscar almost got married to him. I'm so stupid. But yeah, I mean, honestly, what Oscar said is 100% correct. And I think it even extends past just vetting your attorneys. It's vetting all of those different people, your property management companies, all of your inspection people, like literally any person that you speak with about anything in regards to any of your deals. That's the same process for all of them, right? You want to, for us, vibes or energy or whatever you want to call it is super important for us. Like we want it to be a very smooth mesh. We don't want there to be a lot of friction, because if there's friction, that's going to lead to issues down the road. Whether you think so or not, it absolutely will in one way or another. So that first, and then we want them to be knowledgeable about the stuff that they're telling us. The third and last thing is we just want them to answer the questions in a way that makes sense, not necessarily a specific answer, but the way they handle themselves in a conversation is very important as well. Because let's say, for example, in property management, if they can't answer you in a great way, I mean, how do you expect them to answer the tenants in a good way? Because they're the ones that are going to be the face of your business, essentially. Because that's what this is. This is a business. And if they're like rude or short or maybe not so knowledgeable with you, what makes you think they're going to be any different than with the tenants or the other people on the property? So those are definitely things that we keep in mind with anybody that we're vetting for a particular position.
I kind of did that with yesterday when I was interviewing people to do our CRM. And Joseph joined me on the first one, and 5 minutes in, I texted him. I'm like, "This guy's not a fit." I was like, "Nope." I was like, he may. It's just like, can you tell if someone's understanding what you're needing? Can you tell that like they're knowledgeable? Can you communicate well? Like the vibes and energy. Like I think it's all, they all work together and they're very important, especially when like something like a CRM system, which is literally the foundation of your business, right? Like you can't build a house. Like you need, the foundation is the most important thing. If you don't build that right, then everything else is going to eventually cause problems. So I was like, yeah, no. And then the second person we met with immediately was like, yep, he's the one. Cancel the rest of my meetings. You just know when you know. You feel the confidence, you feel the knowledge, you feel the connection. And so I was like, hopefully he don't cost too much. I'm praying he don't cost too much, but I know for sure will do exactly what we need, if not more than what I asked. And that, like, you want somebody that's going to go above and beyond and be smarter than you to help educate you and help you. Like if you're having, like, obviously I don't want to have more experience than my attorney or my property management company and other things like that. Like I want to know enough to be dangerous, but I don't want to be more knowledgeable than them, because then that's a concern. So just my thoughts.
Those are some good thoughts. Darth Jader says the seller is asking $20 million over the price I got from my napkin underwriting, plus 3% buyer's fee from broker. I would just move on. Yeah. Go to the next one. Not a deal.
Don't waste your time.
Not a deal. You don't even, I mean, you can tell them, but if the the broker is charging a 3% buyer's fee, are they really a broker? Let's be honest. I don't know any broker that does 3%. Sounds like a wholesaler.
Yeah. Skirt. Oscar, do you have anything you want to share from this week?
No, I think I heard you covering some of the items, right? Like, I think more than anything.
Oh, Oscar was on a stage this week. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oscar was on, I don't even know what it was, but
He was
he was on,
interviewed.
He was interviewed on another podcast, Zoom. I don't even know what you want to call it, but talk a little bit about that because you're getting out there, bro.
Yeah, so shout out to Myron who put me on stage with two guys, Alex and Ryan, both sub two students, and they were interviewing me on multifamily. And I think we kind of veered off a little bit off subject because it was supposed to be about due diligence, but we started talking about the journey of the $1 million upside here.
Yeah, I'm not
And
gonna lie, I
so,
didn't hear anything about due diligence.
yeah, it was very brief, but it was a good Zoom. Those guys are doing great things. They provide so much value, and they're doing a deal themselves with Vina Jetty and Pace over 100 units, guys. I think it's like 190 something. And so those guys know what they're talking about. So if you want to go check them out, I think they're like the multifamily mastermind group or something like that on Facebook. But they interviewed me. They talked about multifamily, some of the deals that we did, like the one in Tennessee, and then they also brought on KJ on stage to talk about the broker outreach and what she's done. And so it was overall really great Zoom, especially kind of just how we started. And there was a few people asking questions about how we do what our business model looks like and how we do our deals and how we find deals and stuff like that. So it was an awesome Zoom, guys. Shout out to Alex and Ryan for having me as a guest on that Zoom. It was amazing. And shout out to Myron. Thank you, Myron.
Yeah, you crushed it, dude. You crushed it. There was one thing you gave out, and I was like, dang, he just gave that out. That's freaking gold. I wouldn't have even given that out. So I don't even want to say it again, but maybe go back and watch it. But he gave some nuggets on that one. I was like, man.
I know people don't realize. I don't think you guys realize.
You
We
get
be
some
giving out
nuggets.
info.
Yeah,
But it
it
goes
was
back
cool.
to my preach earlier. We just want y'all to win.
Absolutely.
They'll say, now we need it. You gotta go watch that what is it on? How do you go find that? Is it in their Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
There you go.
But I don't know what else happened this week.
I mean, I think that's mostly it. As far as business goes, I mean, we got a bunch of other stuff that we did on the side and single family and personal and a bunch of things. Let me go look at this. Yeah, a bunch of meetings, lots of meetings.
We'll probably have more next week after we go under contract.
Yeah, we've gotten some updates on our first property. One of the beautiful things about that is we really don't have to do a lot in that deal just because of our partner. They're essentially taking the majority role and responsibility, but we're learning a lot with that. And there is, it's a deal that we would not have taken on ourselves with our current business model. So it's a whole new perspective of a different deal. This one is a total remodel. Like take it to the studs. Let me put it this way. There was a sinkhole in the bottom of the property that is now being fixed. So we would not have bought a property with the sinkhole in it. Let's just put it that way. So we're learning a lot on that one. So stay tuned to hear more about that stuff. I think it'll be very interesting to hear, and we're learning with that one as well. So it's really cool to see how that's developing. So I other than that, yeah, we don't really have anything else other than what we've already shared, and we're planning to have more soon. Any
Cool.
announcements?
Come
I
to
don't have
our
any.
Zoom at noon. Come to the Zoom at noon, and I'm going to drop the link for the underwriting Zoom for those who are serious. That one's going to be, man, you know, we set the bar so high, and then we're going to have to top it the next Zoom we do. I think we're just going to make it hard on ourselves. But, I mean, we want to what does Oscar say? We want to under deliver and over promise.
That's what Oscar says. That's not our model. Dyslexia or something like that. Not quite sure, but
Just a tidbit.
It's we want to over deliver and under promise, but it's funny because Oscar said it
both of you guys,
backwards.
I can't get it right.
Oh, that had me dying.
Switch the order.
It's so funny.
Yeah. And I see y'all asking for the that podcast. It's in Alex's Facebook group. That's how you get, this is our link to get the Zooms.
This is how you get signed up for our Zoom today. It'll email you a link, and then on the page it also gives you the link. So best practice for you guys, add it to your calendar. Copy and paste the link, add it to your calendar. Then you don't have to worry about finding it later on. Easiest way to do it.
That link will stay, the link will stay the same for those that are registered. And if there's any changes ever, anybody that has signed up through this Zoom.jbm Legacy, anybody that signed up and registered through there would get any email and text notifications regarding any changes, cancellations, updates, literally anything. That's where we update people, is through this. So definitely get signed up on that if you're not.
We won't spam you. This is just for communication because it's hard to get the message out there to so many people, especially like on Facebook and stuff. So
yeah, Facebook gets lost. I can't ever seem to find it.
All right. Well, that's all I have.
That's all I got.
Hit the outro.
Hey, make sure you guys like and subscribe, please. That would mean a lot. And
hang on, I got one thing. And just remember, guys, it always depends on the underwriting. And we are not CPAs or attorneys. Freaking love those banners. All right, go ahead. Hit it.
All right, awesome. Hope you guys have a happy Friday, and I hope to see all of you guys on our 12 o'clock Zoom. There's only 100 spots, so make sure you show up on time. See you guys there.
Bye, guys.